All right, Shalom, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakaha Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect. This is the priest Bakwasha, and this lesson is going to go into removing all fear, doubt, and unbelief. And I'm going to use a clip from the Matrix to kind of emphasize that visually, but through the spirit. I want to start here in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, in the first verse. It says, when thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So this is a reference, to remember and to recall. We were delivered from Egypt, a mighty power in ancient times, and likewise in modern day times, America, spiritually Egypt and Sodom, we will be delivered from as well. But the key is not to fear. Verse 2, and it shall be when ye are come nigh unto battle, that the priests shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. And this is the point in verse 4. It says, For the Lord your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. So the point is, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is fighting against our enemies for us. So as a part of that covenant, as a part of the agreement, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is deliberately telling us not to fear, okay, but to have faith. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. So the key is to fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and not to fear man, because Esau, the so-called white man, and his armies, okay, are great in number, but they're not greater in number than Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, nor should we fear them, okay, because our fear is toward Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, who will deliver us from Egypt as he did then, which he will do again now. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, verse 16. As timber girt and bound together in a building cannot be loosed with shaking, so the heart that is established by advised counsel shall fear at no time. So the advised counsel in which we have is the fear of the Lord, is these holy scriptures, okay? And so whatever you fear, as I've made reference before, you obey, which is the reason why Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is telling us to not fear our enemies, okay? Because when you fear an enemy, then you can be wavered. And that's what Esau, the so-called white man, is creating here in this society. Specifically, 2020, the year of prophecy, has also been filled with devastation, fear, anarchy, civil unrest, global pandemics, all types of, disinformation. All of that is to muster fear. So let's read Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, verse 16 again. As timber girt and bound together in a building cannot be loosed with shaking, because, girt and timber, like when you're building a house, once all of that has a firm foundation and is compacted, it says cannot be loosed with shaking. So the heart, the mind, going back to, that mind of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the heart that is established by advised counsel, the counsel of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall fear at no time. Okay. Let's bring out a couple more real quick on fear. This is Hebrews 13:6. It says, let's start at 5. It says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So that's a comfort. So as we are approaching Jacob's trouble, as we're approaching the hour of temptation, those thoughts, that belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushua should be true and present, that he will never leave us nor forsake us. Okay. Verse 6, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Because as scripture says, the flesh profiteth nothing. Okay. It is the spirit that quickeneth and maketh alive. And that's what Esau is trying to utilize, is the flesh against the spirit, those mortal thoughts, okay, versus the immortal thoughts. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. And that weak nature, in one of those elements that is promoted, is fear. And there's nothing wrong with having fear, but your fear has to be guided towards your power. And our power is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay. So Esau is trying to create an environment or a universe that is driven by fear. So that's why we have to let go those mortal thoughts of fear and death and pain and anguish and sorrow and all of those things that are fleshly. Okay. And it is a practice. Okay. This is not going to happen overnight. This is why that grace period and mercy period in which Yahweh Shem Yahushua has set up is for us to actually gain, okay, that mindset or that spiritual firmness, okay, to where we will not be shaken in the upcoming days of Jacob's trouble. Okay. It says, I'm going to read that again, 2nd Ezra 14:14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Okay, so let's finish this in Hebrews 13:6. So that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Because there's going to be martial law, there's going to be a lot of guns, there's bombs, explosions, and people dying in the street, and really everything that comes with 2nd Ezra, the 15th and 16th chapters, okay, along with other references as far as Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, okay. But all of those things we should not fear, but it takes practice. It takes hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which increases our faith, okay, which also means that as we increase our faith, we increase our belief. And one of the other notions that Esau is pushing is doubt. Okay, so let's get into doubt. Oh man, before that, let's all right, let's read this real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 31, and let's just get the point. Verse 6, it says, be strong and of good courage, fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the Lord thy power, he it is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee. So these are the things that are encouragement, and they're empowering the hopeful elect, okay, to not look at the things that are carnal, that are mortal, that are fleshly, as far as death is concerned. As scripture says, Yahushua has already conquered death. Okay. So the thing in which we must continue to believe is that Yahweh Shem Yahushua will deliver and has delivered. Okay. So this isn't anything new. This is just a continuation of what was promised. Okay. So let's get into doubt here. This is Matthew 21:21. It says Yahushua. Yep. It says Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do to this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. It says, in all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. So this is another element that Esau is going to push, doubt, because through fear, doubt is created. Okay. But the scripture says, Yahushua is saying, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. Because your belief dictates what you speak. Okay. And Paul even referenced that himself. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. It says, we having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. So that belief in itself is going to drive your speech. And that speech, the power, the words of Yahweh Shai is going to cast out fear. It's going to cast out doubt. And it's going to cast out the enemies of Yahweh Shai, but through belief and not doubting. Okay. One more quick verse here on doubt. Okay. This is Mark 11:23. It says, for verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Okay. So if you say things that are not promising towards salvation and deliverance, you're going to receive those things. When we speak these holy words of Yahweh Shai, we're going to receive them. But it must be constant. It must be current. It must be ongoing. That's what that belief and that faith does, to where no doubt can creep in and penetrate. Okay. Let's read verse 24. It says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire when ye pray, okay, believe that ye receive them and ye shall have them. So we're praying for deliverance. We're praying for strength. We're praying for courage. We're praying for the Lord to have protection over us as we enter into these next phases, okay, of spiritual warfare. All right. Yeah, and that's the point there. So let's read this real quick. This is Romans chapter 4, verse, let's start at 17. It says, as it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations before him whom ye believe. Salakia, before him whom he believed, even Yahweh, who quickened the dead and called those things which be not as though they were, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be. Verse 19, and being not weak in faith, he considered not his own body now dead, when he was about 100 years old, neither yet the deadness of Sarah's womb. He staggered not at the promise of Yahweh through unbelief, okay, but was strong in faith, giving glory to Yahweh. And so, the promise of Abraham receiving a child was the scenario in which, he had faith in. But even though his flesh was weak and Sarah's flesh was weak as far as age is concerned, he still believed that Yahweh Shai would do what? Deliver. And that's how Isaac came to existence, is through the spirit of Yahweh Shai as it overrides the flesh. Okay. And let's grab Genesis, the 17th chapter, real quick to make that point, and then we'll get the word there for unbelief. This is Genesis 17 and 15. It says, and Yahweh said unto Abraham, for as for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? That was the flesh, but he laughed. Okay. It says, and shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? See, all of these are the mortal thoughts. Okay. These are the things that we must put off, fear, doubt, unbelief. Verse 18, it says, and Abraham said unto Yahweh, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And this is the point of verse 19. It says, and Yahweh said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Okay. So yeah, the point is, once again, it was the faith that Abraham had that Yahweh by Shem Yahushai was going to provide a child. Okay. Although in the flesh, they were of great age. Okay. So this is just a contrast of the flesh versus the spirit, but Abraham had faith. That's why, as scripture says, it was accounted for him. Okay. This is Romans 4 and 3. For what saith the scripture? Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. Okay. And this is Hebrews 11 and 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. So once again, these scenarios of faith and of belief, are what Esau, the so-called white man, is trying to destroy. That connection in which we have with Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Okay. So this is the reminder. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna get this word here. Let's read this. Yeah, let's read this one more time. This is Romans 4:19. It says, and being not weak in faith, it says, and being not weak in faith, he considered not his own body now dead, as far as the flesh is concerned, when he was about 100 years old, neither yet the deadness of Sarah's womb. He staggered not at the promise of Yahweh through unbelief. He staggered not. We're going to get that word here, staggered. Says, but was strong in faith, giving glory to Yahweh. So let's grab this word here, staggered. Okay.
Strong's G 1252. Diakrino. Diakrino.
Okay, so we're going to get this part right here. Part 5, it says, to be at variance with oneself, hesitate, doubt. Okay, so that's why doubt has to be removed. It said he did not stagger. Okay, it says he staggered not at the promise of Yahweh through unbelief. Okay, so this is a model for us to emulate and to replicate. Okay, and to practice and to keep at the forefront as far as how Abraham utilized his faith over his flesh. Okay, and he removed it. All right. So really that's just the definition of staggered. And then likewise for the definition of unbelief, a pistis, and I'm sure brothers know pistis means faith.
Strong's G 570. Apistia. Apistia.
So let's let that load here for a second. But yeah, that's the whole point, removing all fear, removing all doubt, and removing all unbelief. Okay, so let's get this word here just for edification. It says unfaithfulness. Okay, faithless, one of faith, unbelief, weakness of faith. That's what apistos is. Okay, whereas pistis in itself is faith. So that a means to be without. Okay, so yeah, let's move along. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse. Start at 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee," which is Esau's basically whole system, because he's driven by the flesh, he's driven by carnal lust, those mortal thoughts. "Fear not the imaginations against thee," the witchcraft, the deception, the sorcery, his propaganda, his media. "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee." Because the only people that truly believe in Yahweh Shem Shah are the hopefully elect. Okay, the 1/3 and those in which are the elect. Everybody else does not believe in Yahweh Shem Shah, and it's going to be made present. Okay, through the day of Jacob's trouble, through the mark of the beast, through every scenario leading up to those scenarios. All right. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Okay. And really, I'm just going to wrap up this lesson here with the things in which we should be practicing, right? Because we're talking about removing all fear, removing all doubt, and removing all unbelief. Okay, so let's read this in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 12. It says that they all might be damned who believed not in the truth. So if you don't believe in the truth, you're already damned in yourself. Okay, and because belief and faith go hand in hand. It says, "But had pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because Yahweh hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth." So yeah, having belief, speaking those things in which you believe, standing firm on those that belief, is how we will be delivered. It's how how Abraham received Isaac. How through any battle in which we approached, Yahweh Shem Shah told us that he will never leave us nor forsake us. Okay, and that having fear of Yahweh Shem Shah leads to deliverance. Let's bring that out one more time. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 1. "There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord." Okay, it says no evil. All right, now will we go through circumstances where we're going to be tried? Absolutely. Okay, but ultimately, as scripture says, whether we live or whether we die, we are unto Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, it says, "But in temptation, even again he will deliver him." Okay, really, I believe that's all I wanted to share, through the Spirit, because that's really what's going on now, and will continue to go on, is Esau, the so-called white man, pumping fear as much as he possibly can. So really, I'm gonna end out this lesson with this this segment from the movie The Matrix, and really it just goes into freeing your mind. But as I watched the clip, it really just was a catalyst for this lesson, because in order to get to the other side, deliverance, salvation, from Yahweh Shem Shah, fear cannot be present of the enemy. Okay, doubt, of Yahweh Shem Shah cannot be present. Okay, and unbelief that Yahweh Shem Shah will not be able to save or deliver cannot be present either. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying for the elect, and until next time, shalom.
to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt,